Transiting Jupiter, move away. I think I need to put an S on that puppy. I wanted to talk about some details that, of course, escaped my vat of shit. Pardon me. It's hard to get it flushed with Pluto and Mercury right there, right now. Squaring my Mercury. I know I keep saying that, but I'm okay. You know, I love Pluto. You don't know that I am highly Plutonian because I have the 369 Sun, Pluto, Mars, and then it's 6 degrees Pluto, and then Pluto is opposing my ascendant at 6 degrees. And anybody looking that up could kind of see the dynamic that I'm dealing with there, how that I know the things that I do. But I really wanted to really it's just channeling. We are conduits. We are vessels and conduits, and all kinds of different scientific tools are here in one aperture, rendering out reality. But getting back to more layman terms, actually I wanted to get into a detail, but it's not coming. I think maybe I should go to sleep. It's nearing 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I thought I was really tired at about 8:30, and then I was conked out. And so, but I wanted to get up and turn off the Wi-Fi and everything. And I kind of just kind of conked out a little bit, but then I just, man, you know, it was terrible how this energy came over me. It was the Jupiter. It's Jupiter moving forward, and this, I mean, only the way I can explain it right now. I mean, how are you feeling? Because, well, Jupiter moving out of its retrograde shadow, and then Mercury conjuncting, which is a very epic thing for the human mind right now. The way it's like with the Aries Jupiter and then the Mars. We're not talking about Mars and Gemini. It's a good time to gather up the information and try and communicate things, but it's not going well with it having been opposed. I mean, squaring Neptune. I am just, this video is dedicated to warning people about men while the Mars starts inching closer to Neptune once again. The reason why that the word of the year was gaslighting. I'm blaming it on not only because Mars is in Gemini and having gone backwards and stayed in Gemini and done the rigmarole backwards for 7 months, 8 months. Still doing that. It's squared, it's an aspect with Neptune. And as well as Jupiter was moving back to Neptune while Mars was there, was still happening, but then we have Jupiter moving into the sign of Mars. There's just a lot of communications that's going to happen, especially after Mars gets out of its retrograde shadow, which is at later degree after it squares Neptune. I have to see. I mean, I think yeah, it actually went like 2 degrees over where Neptune was at 25, and then it went back. So, you know, once that happens, it's going to be a while. It's going to be in the middle of March that I think that finally, yeah, that Mars will go into Cancer, and it's going to trine the Saturn right about around then. Is going to be a really good time for our physical bodies to listen. You have to listen to your physical body. This is the main point, because the Uranus and Taurus, that's the call. If you're see, this is the weirdest thing that I'm witnessing, that most of the Earth's population is doing the opposite of what the call is, which is to, I call it Taurus out. And Taurus, if you know the Taurus vibration, is just so cool. So cool. they are Earth. They are I mean, if you really know what's happening on the Earth, babes, we are well taken care of, and it's actually now we're talking about Venus rule. We're not just talking about living in caves. We're talking about 3D printing whole sides of mountains and getting these amazing, elaborate. How do you think everything was built in the ancient times? These amazing structures that are so mathematically perfect. Well, they were 3D printed by massive machines that knew how to alter the molecular structure of granite and even gold and things like this with sound. Getting back to that's the Taurian age for you. The last time we had the Taurian age, we are in the Aquarius age. We don't know where are we going with that, boy. We're going to vaporize into an electrical socket. We have to talk about Uranus, which is Aquarius rules Aquarius, is in Taurus right now. And what we're going to get, babes, is the Earth is going to continue to raise up and say, excuse me, pay attention to me. Which is just, if you're doing it right, it's not really a big problem. Earth is here to help us out. Stop poisoning the water, will you please, and let's cleanse with, they call it Mother Earth, but really it's Virgin Earth. That's the real way to say it, and there's virgin nature. Because when it gets adulterated, it's no longer pure and wholesome and good, right? But Mother is a little bit too like humanizing. I mean, there's the human presence here, which is we have an outer space origin, and every single race does, right? Every single race does, and they all have a deep purpose for their existence here, as far as what they do as as machinery, I guess, as biotech. It's like, huh? Well, we're programming. Programming is a thing to consider, that everything is under that sequence, I guess, or whatever you would call it. It's even object matter has their way about it. That a human being, we can argue that it's completely human, because we can sit there and go, yes, the stained glass was, the origination down to that. Talking about glass is sand. What beach did it come from? Or did it come from the beach, or what was it really? Was it seashells at the seashore? That's what sand is ground up. A lot of times it's ground up. Pardon me. Oh my God, thank you. It's time to go to sleep, and thank you for listening to this. I'm not sure if I'm going to print any of this, you guys. Print it? Do we even call it record? Do we record on what? It is recording. Yeah, that's the better thing to say. Let's go back to saying recording, because we don't say video. What's a video? Or a tape? It's not taped. That's for sure. Thanks for listening to this. Thanks again. I'll try to. I think when Pluto gets away from my Mercury, from squaring it, I will stop saying babe and being like saying these weird things that bug me only. Probably you guys love it, but I'm thinking no habits. I am that kind of musician too. It's like, well, yeah, sure, we're gonna keep doing this, but watch this. Mathematics of which is sound. Will you please hold it, Betty? I'm going over here. And everybody's like, what is happening in the room? Oh, it's safe. Keep dancing. I'll be right there. Just keep dancing. See, I'm there. Woo!